Hey Bryson, how you doing, man? Go past the limit. I'm here to review your game with us, the 2v2. It was me and Kieran versus you and your girl. Let's dive right in, brother. This match finished 7-0, which was kind of a little bit brutal on there. But you did the right thing going around on this one. One thing I would like to tell you guys is to try to get your positioning down a little bit more. Let me go back on this real quick. So basically, I know what happened to her. Did she get hit or something? Yeah, so she got hit from there. So basically, she was out of the play. What you should have done is, you should have gone right back into goal and hugged the pole on that side. So you would have been in position for the ball. So what happened here is, we got a lucky bounce. You were out of position and she just landed from her hit. So Gingy, Kieran saw that I was there just waiting for the shot. And if you were back into goal, you could have probably intercepted the ball. But instead, you know, I had a wide open shot and boom, I hit it right in there for the 1-0 lead. So I'm just run back there really quick. So basically, if you hugged that post that was right next to the ball and just waited there, anybody who's in the corner with the ball, let them do the work. Let them bring the ball to you, because they have a better chance to make a mistake more than you do. So we'll keep going. Good, you waited in the goal, you waited inside the goal, which was nice. But one of you should have went out. You know, once you're over here, the second that happens where she's here, you should come out, or you should do something where you're in a different position. Because what happened here is, either you should have stayed and backed out into the goal, or she should have gone. But what happened was, you waited a little bit too long, and then Gingy over here ended up getting the ball up there. One more thing I wanted to say about her is, here's the thing. Okay, perfect opportunity. You see me, I'm already up off the air. Oh, excuse me, I'm off the ground. Excuse me. So anyway, if that happens, get into goal immediately, because you're to the point where if you go up, you're going to get beat if I hit that ball correctly. So this is exactly what happened, to the point where I hit that ball, and you weren't in position to do anything else because you went for the ball a little bit later. So what happened was, if she stayed inside the goal, there would have been a really good chance that she would have saved this ball, because I literally hit it the same spot that she left the ground in. So just an easy bounce in for our team. So patience isn't the easiest thing to learn in this game, because you always feel like you need to go for the ball or something like that. But definitely try to get a little bit more patience than that. This is another thing I saw on this one. Let me go back on this. I see that you like to take off ball cam at the wrong moments. Nothing personal or anything like that. It's just like, okay, so you saw that the ball was like this, and I understand that, okay, both opponents are away from the ball, so she has a chance to basically run in there and try to score a goal or something. So I understand that you went back to boost and then came up. So you took off ball cam, which honestly, I would have took off ball cam. By the time you reach like a straight on to that corner, put on ball cam so you know what's happening. So by the time you put on ball cam, the ball's rolling away and she somehow missed the ball. You couldn't be able to see that. So then, instead of running back into goal, you probably could have made a save or a decent attempt at it, but instead you were caught out of position and Gingy just put it right in. So next time, if you put a little bit more pressure and less, or put more ball cam, you'll be able to know what's going on in your surroundings. One thing with her real quick, pressure the ball, because if you're behind her, it doesn't even matter if she misses or not. Instead of missing it, she just didn't really go for it. And you miss all the shots you don't take. By the way, I need to go back on this one. You did exactly what I would have done on this. Juked me perfectly and went up for the aerial. Unfortunately you missed, but you did the great thing. I would keep practicing that in free play if you can try to. You did a really great job on that one. So don't be afraid to hit the ball a little bit. Good rotation. Very nice. Always try to hit the ball on the bounce. I was not going to get that, and you had an opportunity to go for that. I missed that because I knew Gingy would hit it before you did, and I kept trying to pass it to him, and we just didn't work out that way a little bit. We did that. That was good. Hug the post. Don't even go out, because if you hug the post and you were a little bit back inside goal, you would have had more of an opportunity to hit that ball. Next time, if you're still in goal, you can have more of a chance, more time to think, anything like that. Good save by her. She was good on that. You rotated back. Nice. Good hit. You guys did pretty well in the middle of this game. As you can see on the bottom, there's quite a long time since we scored a goal on this. So Gingy and I were trying to show some passing plays here and there, and aggression, rotation, whatever, but you guys were really playing a good amount of defense on this. You were charging the ball, which was nice. Look at this. I love doing this to my opponents. To the point where, okay, you know you got beat, so you left the ground. He could be hitting it to your right, but instead, you got in front of the ball, you made sure that didn't go by you, and boom, you slammed him. You had a really good opportunity to score. Close one. If you tap that, right here, let me go back. If you tap this, like tried to get a little bit behind that ball and try to read the ball where it is by looking at the ground, you could have just rolled that in into goal. I know the angle's a little bit challenging, but I think you would have came at least close, or passed it over to your teammate over there who's actually in position, so it's pretty good. Instead it bounced up and whatever else, but I was ready for it. Again, the whole ball cam thing, definitely try to keep that on as much as possible so you know what's going on on the field. And on here, you kind of bunched up a little bit, took a wrong foot, because if you didn't and you just stayed kind of still and kept going center, you would have been able to roll that right in. Some uncertainty. I was just trying to try to communicate with your teammate. She should have went for this. Oh, I guess I was hitting her. I'm sorry. Let's see. Yeah, I ended up hitting her. Good positioning on your part. Not enough pressure on the ball, though, because then demos happen that way. Good spawn for you. Good. You're doing it again to the point where you're charging the ball, you're making sure it doesn't go by you. I guess my only criticism on that one is don't be afraid to charge at the ball. Because if you keep charging at the ball, just keep remembering you have a teammate. Your teammate would be responsible for making that play if you're willing to throw the entirety of yourself into the ball. Good pass on that one. For this one, again, try to wait just a tiny bit more, because if it's to the point where... Here, I need to find the right area. Right here. Okay, I left the ground already, and you could probably tell that that was probably going to happen because I felt some sort of panic in there. So to the point is, if you waited inside of goal, I think you would have had a better opportunity, because Gingy was sort of out of position, but he was heading backwards. But for me, usually I hit this on goal. I don't know what I was thinking. But it came pretty close, because if you were back in goal, you would have had all the time in the world. But more patience in goal is pretty much the best thing you can do in Rocket League, in my opinion. And again, for that one, if no one's charging, then you don't have to panic at all. You can just take your time, whatever else, just wait until you can get a good hit, because if nobody's charging you, you basically make the rules. Take your time on those a little bit. Again, if nobody's charging at you, you can have some time. Instead, that kind of unfortunately led to a fifth goal for us. Good kickoff. Again, let me just go back one more time. So basically, on kickoffs like this, so you're heading over there. Usually on kickoffs like this, if you're the back man and you're more to the left side, than she is, then I would definitely call a left. Or if you want to call a right, same thing. Either way, whatever's comfortable for you. To the point where, let's say this. If you kept going, look at where your opponent was. They're already at the corner boost, and they grab the corner boost, and boom, it's already on that side. If you were on that corner boost, you could have had two options. You could have gone for the ball and tried to contest the shot, which would have been risky, don't get me wrong. Or you could have got the corner boost and came back, and you would have had 100 boost or 80 or whatever you wanted to call, much more than you had. So what happened was, you stayed in goal instead. I took it around the corner. That was a great demo by her. Bravo. Again, throwing yourself in the ball. That's great. But the more boost you have and the more aggression you put on the ball, it's the better offensive opportunities you would get for your team. Little miscommunication on that one. Again, one more time. I know you guys made a little mistake on this one. This is where you should run right back inside the goal, turn around real quick, and try to get that block. Because you being outside there, you're basically giving yourself no opportunity for the shot and no opportunity for basically giving your reaction any chance to do anything. Again, good patience on there. You hit the ball on the bounce, which was really good. Keep trying to do that. One more thing on this one. Okay, you see where the ball is going to be bouncing, and I understand that you did a flip off the wall. But if you see where he's trying to hit it, that's where you should be. And if you were there, you could probably bounce it off to the corner, or not the corner, bounce it off the wall, come close to goal or anything like that, because I'm completely out of position, like you see. And your teammate is completely in position. It was perfect positioning. That's how it's supposed to be. But unfortunately, you weren't behind the ball, so kind of just gave up the entire offensive position. So what happened was, since it happened so quickly and she put all the trust in you, it kind of gave you guys a complete overhaul on positioning to the point where I was in position to just roll it in easily. Or no, actually, I didn't touch it. I just gave the ball over to Kieran, who made the block. And I just let him have it. So again, just getting behind the ball is very important in this game. Getting behind the ball, a lot of patience. That's all you really have to do. Otherwise, your hits are on point. She's in positioning. Just don't be afraid to go after the ball or do anything like that either. And you should be a-okay. So my recommendation is just go into free play a little bit more and practice those shots. And I just practice patience a little bit. You know, try playing her in a 1v1 game and just practice patience. If she's dribbling on you or whatever, just try to read the ball. Just, you know, do stuff like that. But I feel you guys are getting better, especially since the first time I played you guys. And you guys are going places, so keep up the good work, guys, all right?